Hey there, YouTube. This is Sir Daniel 1975. I ran out of ideas for a video. I mean, I have some stuff backlogged that I could work on. I didn't feel like it, but I've been helping out the Retromantic with getting her sort of her computer studio and toy collection together into a more organized fashion so that it's much easier for her to work in there. So I said, you know what? Let me show her mine. She hasn't seen it in a while because my place was in a state of repairs for about 6 weeks. And when I got to move back in, I got it a little bit more organized. And I've got more out on display too, which is really kind of neat. So I thought, how about a sort of a video to use as an example as to how things might look and how fun it will be. So anyway, without further ado, yeah, no, that top light, well, that's bright. Anyway, so here we go. And some of my videos have been shot in here with me filming some of my music videos and stuff. So anyway, before I had all my CDs in this stacked, and I know this is probably this back corner here, and the corner over here has got a little bit of stuff in it. Look, got some bows and I got a PVC pipe and dowel rod. Archery is one of my things, so I've got some stuff like that. I got a long bow right up here, and it's just the longest, mostly flat item that I have to lay it on because you can't stand them up because they'll dip and they'll die. But anyway, before I didn't have my CDs on display properly, but now they are. As you can see, you can go, and they're not in alphabetical order yet, but that's one of my next tasks to do. So they're out like so. I got my books more organized. Horns down there. And more CDs, CDRs and stuff, and some computer software and games down on the bottom. And this old thing right here, which is actually a sewing machine, one of those old wood sewing machines. I use it as a little desk. Right now I've got my DVD VCR combo on it because I use it for transferring old VHSs to digital. So I have a little device here. There's a little mess of wires back here, but anyway, this thing in my hand allows me to plug it into my computer. And if anybody's wondering which one it is this one. So, and it's pretty inexpensive off Amazon. It does work. It's not the best. So I have an old computer desk here, which I have there's actually a Mackie 12-channel mixer in here. And I've got a couple extra cameras up there. And my headphones and mic job when I need them. And I got my workstation here, which is really what this is. I've got one of my music softwares up, LMMS, which is for the MIDI devices here. So I've got, just to show off a little bit, I've got the horror box up for the Novation Mini here. And I use that to record my horror stuff. And I do a lot of ambient horror music, and I've got my drums here. So I've got that hooked up through there too. And So it's not perfect, this room, but it is way better than it was. And I've actually got quite a bit of floor space in here. Let me back up and get in the corner. Quite a bit of floor space. So I'm not totally cramped. I actually had boxes on the floor right in here, too high, stacked too high, and probably a row of 3. So it was like 6 boxes. Somehow I managed to just condense things better, and that's the way that it is. So anyway, this is a real shorty video for Ellen and for YouTube. That it is possible to get your space better. Got some other little doodads here. I need a mirror. Woohoo! Here I am on the mirror. But I need a mirror in here for those. It's good to practice in front of a mirror sometimes. I've got my old high school letters and band medals there. So anyway, let me get back onto the computer workstation, which is sort of the main thing that that was important to get right in this room. And I know that's a major part of what Ellen needs to get right in hers. I should say the Retromantic. Some of you know her first name. But anyway, I hope that some of you like what I've got here anyway. So I'll show this again. This is the LMMS program. It's basically for controlling MIDI and stuff. You can do sequenced recordings and stuff through it. I don't really use it for that because I just record them directly with another program, Audacity, as I play. I don't really I'm not a sequencer type person. I actually play the music when I record it. And the drum machine controller here that I have is a Korg Nano Pad, which incidentally is not supposed to work with Windows 10, but works really wonderfully with this program on Windows 10. And then the Novation Launch Key Mini, which is a pretty simple thing. So anyway, pretty neat stuff. I use actual bookshelf computer speakers, by the way. And if I turn this up all the way, and I haven't really probably turned these up behind them all the way, but and I also have a subwoofer down here. Which really adds to the effect, and then of course that was the drum machine, so you can hear the effects out of it. So I have like a nice little music workstation set up. So that's that. If anybody's wondering, the speakers I'm using are edifiers. I don't remember the wattage of them. They're a pretty decent speaker for the money. My glass here. And they do operate with a proper speaker wire output. But they are self-powered. I want to say they were something like 35 watts each. This subwoofer is, what is it? The mono piece, which is basically an Amazon special, and that thing runs, I think, about 65 watts, something like that. It's pretty powerful. for being just like 65 watts. I actually use the speaker system when we do our haunted events, and I mount it up high so that it broadcasts over a large area. So anyway, again, I've been trying to wrap this up for almost 5 minutes now. I'll do it now. But again, this is my workstation when I'm working on stuff, and I wanted to show it off. And it's a real simple budget stuff too. And like my computer is one I built. It's an Asus, however you pronounce it, motherboard. I don't remember which one, but I've got what is it? The AMD. Oh boy, I can't even remember the name of that processor, but it's the Ryzen 3, and I don't remember which Ryzen 3 I've got. It's not one of the better ones, but it does fine. I've got 32 gigs of RAM. I've got a 4 gig graphics card in the system, but it helps. The music, the editor that I use, we'll pop this up, let it load. Yes, the bird of prey. So it's loading up, which is a Corel Video Studio Ultimate 2020. That's the one that I use sometimes, and I have a couple older ones on there too. Sometimes I'll use one of the older ones for different things because there's some features with the old ones that didn't come with a new one. So anyway, that's most of what I use. Another program that I use a lot of, let's see if I can find it. And this is my music notation software that I use. So sometimes when I play back music, I have manually entered each note into a notation software and play it back using onboard MIDI from the computer. And it's MuseScore 3. It is a free program, and the thing is pretty darn good. And I'm someone that, for those of you who are into notation softwares and have done quite a bit over the years, you might know about the program Finale. I use this instead because it's free, and I'm not a teacher or a student, so I can't get the discount. And so I'd probably have to pay something like $300 to $500 just for the program. So the free one sounds really good. So MuseScore 3, and that's what I use. So when you all watch my videos, those 3 programs that I just showed off are a lot of what's used, and then the other program that I use a lot of to mix sound and do some edits is, of course, Audacity. And some people, a lot of people use this. Some people don't. It's another free program that is really good. I have a copy of the old editor that's based on called Cool Edit, which became Adobe Audio, and is an expensive program and is really powerful. Has a few more features, but I tell you what, that Audacity is really close to it, and I highly recommend it if you don't want to spend any money. So there you go. That's that. And I could show some more, like some of the photo programs and stuff that I use, but I'm not going to do that. And I'm just going to call it quits on this. And thanks for watching. If you want to see any more content like this, please hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and click like and leave a comment on the video. Again, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video.